Hey everybody, what is up? It is Whiskey Wednesday night on the Mash and Drum. Welcome for coming in. What is up? Uh, just another fun Wednesday night here at the Mash and Drum Whiskey Room. I'm actually like dying in this house. My air conditioner stopped working, and it's like 90 degrees here in Ohio. So luckily, it's nice and cool here in the basement. So gonna be celebrating with a little bit of Foregate here, so I don't have to worry about my air too much. Cheers, guys. Thanks for coming in. Woo! All right, I've got everybody hanging out. Let's see. I have an Old Forester store pick here that I'm starting off with tonight. This is the first store pick I ever got for Old Forester. Well, actually, that's not true. I did have one from like a while back. But yeah, this is actually a really good pick. This was a pick that, we got out of Ohio, and it's just delicious. Let's see. Let me say hi to everyone in the chat here. We had the pregame crew was in the house tonight. Mark JG, Brian Brennicky, Karen B. Ford. Thank you so much. Karen B. Ford just grabbed me a bottle of Old Carter Batch 5 bourbon. So thank you so much. That's awesome. Andrew Buchanan, Wheels. Thanks for coming in, Brandon. We got something going on tonight for Wheels. I will get to that in a little bit. Tammy Brennicky, always nice to see you. Robot Scott, Brian Brennicky as well. Andrew Buchanan. He had a fun blind tasting today. Jim Muller's here. Alex Scavo. Tim Evans. Jason Busey, who I have to thank. He threw a super chat in there already. Thank you so much, Jason. Rebecca Page, who I have to thank for grabbing two of tonight's bottles we're going to be testing and trying. The George Dickel Bottled and Bond, the new 11-year, and then the Old Tub. Well, we'll kind of go through how we're going to do that soon. Brian Griffiths is here. Chris Buzalencia. Cletus Sutman is here. What's up, Cletus? Aaron Berry's in the house. What's up, man? Ron's Wood Turning Shop. Wesley Zeller. Mike Franklin. Wildlife and Whiskey's here. Scotty from My Bourbon Journey. What's up, man? The Linux Cat. Trev Wilson. The Wrench in the house. Brett Marquette is here. Let's see. Monroe Doctrine, what is up? My buddy in California there. Jay Armstrong. Richie Z in the house. Chunks Moreno, what is up, man? He says, Jack with an Undercrown cigar. Nice. That cigar will definitely make the Jack taste better. Spencer Mavis here. Joseph Brazzers, who sent me a very thoughtful gift for my birthday. I'll show you what he sent me shortly. Nate Bird is here, and more people jumping in. Cool Running, Jose Quitos, let's see, William James Jr. More and more people coming in. Oh, the chat is flying right now. I think I missed a couple super chats. Hey, Howdy You Whiskey's here. What is up, Dan? Nice to see you, man. Monroe Doctrine, thank you. Says, happy Wednesday. Here's money to fix the AC. Yeah. And Tammy Brennicky, yes, AC Repair Fund. Yeah, it's hopefully I'll get it fixed tomorrow, guys. Let's see. ADHD Whiskey says, hey, you sexy sumbitch. What's up, buddy? ADHD Whiskey, you're going to want to stick around because we're going to be announcing Blend Again in 3 tonight. I have a special little video package I made for you guys, so we'll check that out later. If someone named Brazers doesn't send porn, fail. I'll show you what Brazzers sent me. So here it is. So I have an official Brazzers Orthodontics ball cap now. He also sent me an official, I don't want to knock anything over here. He also sent me an official Brazzers Orthodontics t-shirt, Brazo. Brazzers, I guess you're you do braces and stuff. That's your real job, not just watching, porn all night. He also sent me a glorious 5-pack of some dark-looking sticks, which I cannot wait to get into. Thank you so much, man. I opened these earlier and they smelled amazing. I'm gonna smell them again. Oh, man. I cannot wait to get into those. Thank you so much, Joseph. I appreciate that. And then he sent me a little bit of a snack, which I never heard of these things before. Maybe, is this a Washington thing? We have Northwest Delights. Northwest Delights. We have Liberty Orchard Northwest Delights, which is fruit and nut concoctions with flavors from the Pacific Northwest. So that's one of them. And then this one is called Applets and Cotlets. Applets and Cotlets, which sounds like some weird like porn duo. I don't know what it is. It's soft apple and apricot with walnuts and natural flavor. I already kind of tore into these, and these are freaking delicious. I like these a lot. Thank you so much, Brazers. You are the man. I appreciate that. It actually was delivered to my neighbor, who I think had it for a day or so, which is probably why when you called it out in the chat that day, I had no idea what you were talking about. He brought it over today, and I opened it. So thank you so much, man. Let's see. Peter White said, I know the feeling. Had to replace my condensation pump today for the AC. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Just the compressor on the side of the house just is not... I was just blowing hot air into the house all day. I'm like, why is it 82 degrees in here? I was dying. Scott says, be available for the what? The 28 Brazzer, and I will be doing something fun. Oh, okay. Be available for the 28. Okay. What's up? Finally made it just a few minutes late. Hi, Richie. Hey, Patrick Fulmer's here. Ashley Campbell. Nice to see you. Slade Gullidge as well. Terrence Scott. Bunch of people coming in. So, tonight, we already had some super chats. So, you guys are already entered. But I do want to call out... So he's in the chat. His name is Brandon, but in the chat room he goes by Wheels. Got to meet him out at the Bastards Ball in Texas last year. Amazing guy. He gave me some Dusty Turkey. He sends a lot of the channel samples. He's always in the chat. He's definitely one of the good guys that we've come across when it comes to meeting people from the channel. I mean, everyone pretty much is, but. So Wheels, is in a wheelchair, and recently he's gone through some bad luck. He has a bad car accident, and the equipment that is used to help him drive in order to get to work is been pretty much totaled. So he started a GoFundMe page to kind of help him get back on his feet here. He needs a car. He needs the equipment. It's going to take some time for everything to get retrofit for him to utilize and get back to work again. So what I'm doing tonight is any super chat that comes in, I'll be giving to Wheels for his GoFundMe page. Trev Wilson or anyone else that has a link to the GoFundMe, please drop it in the chat if anyone wants to donate to help Wheels out. Also tonight, any of the super chats that go, you guys will get a chance to win this. Another Old Forester barrel pick. This one I just got here in Ohio today. I was lucky enough to get one of 6 bottles that came into the store. But there will be a drawing later to see who wins this. So, Trev, I hate to bother you again, or anyone else in the chat room who can keep track of the names of the super chats going through. Thank you so much. Winner tonight will get an Old Forester pick, and all the money and the proceeds will go to help Brandon and Wheels. Brandon, who is Wheels. So, cheers to that. All right, let's get the night started, guys. All right, let's put that over there. We'll save that for later, see who wins. Let's see here. Steve A. All right, so Steve A just dropped the link for the GoFundMe in there. We got William Davalar, Richie Z just came in with some super chats. That's awesome. Jeff Perkins, are you going to do a review of the 4-Gate Batch 5? The only ones I've seen are the great reviews that my bourbon journey has done. Batch 5. I don't think I had Batch 5. Was that the Foundation one? I think that was the Wild Turkey one. I tried to get that. I couldn't get it. I am going to do a review tonight. We're going to sip 4-Gate Batch 7, which is a rye. And we're going to, I will do probably a review also with that, a full review for 4-Gate Batch 6. So We got a ton of super chats coming in, guys. Holy crap. Dustin Silvetri dropping $100. Thanks for helping out, Jason. For Wheels, Jason Busey. See, this is, you guys are just fucking amazing. I can't take it. Oh my God. Nick Foles, how do you tend to like the Old Forester picks? Nick Foles, if you prefer higher proof stuff, it probably wouldn't do it for you. They are 90 proof. The higher proof ones will be coming out hopefully next month in August. Ashley Campbell, Wheels is a great guy and deserves all support and love. Absolutely, Ashley. Thank you so much. Tim Evans with a $19.99 super chat. Again, whoever can keep track of all these will put their names into the running later to win the bottle of Old Forester. And again, any money I make tonight will go to Wheels. So, Jeff Perkins, maybe I could send you a sample of my batch 5. Jeff Perkins. Oh, that would be helpful. Cool running. Please drop the ing when talking about having a draw. Please drop the ing. Like a drawing? Just say draw, but having a draw? What are you talking about? Andy Gray, Spencer Mav, Monroe Doctrine says for Wheels. All right, awesome, guys. You guys are the best. All right. So, also what we're going to do tonight, we're going to do 2 different things. So, as I mentioned, Tucker Click just came in. Going to be a great night. Says second time tuning in. Also, man, nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. And cheers, Trev. I appreciate you checking in and keeping track of all that. So, the first thing we're going to do tonight is, Mark JG comes in for the Wheels. Great meeting you in Austin. Super generous of you. This is amazing, guys. Wheels is a great dude. It's okay to cry on screen. Yeah, you guys are going to get me welled up here because this is amazing. I might have to drink a lot of high-proof stuff to keep it together here. Yeah. Wow. You guys are unbelievable. Thank you so much. And I hope Wheels is probably, he's probably spinning his wheels right now, just wondering what the hell's going on. Thank you so much, man. Absolutely, guys. Thank you. All right. So what we're going to be doing tonight is, I got a little choked up there. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying the new 4-gate batch 6, which is called the River Kelvin Rye. There's so many super chats coming in. I'll try to acknowledge when I see you guys, but for everyone submitting super chats and for helping out Wheels, thank you so much. And hopefully good luck to one of you getting this Old Forester pick to one of you. I might throw something else in there as well. So we're going to be trying the Batch 7 River Kelvin Rye, which is 113.2 proof. So we'll be giving that a review, and I'm going to put it up against Thomas H. Handy, which is the ever famous BTAC rye from Buffalo Trace. This one only comes in, I think it's about 7 years old as well. This year I have to double check the age on this one. It might be either 6 or 7 years old. This is 125.7 proof. The 4-gate is 7 years old, and it comes in at 113.2. Here's a little bit of a write-up, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So we'll be tasting that first. Then, thanks to Rebecca Page, as I mentioned, she sent me the new George Dickel Bottled and Bond Rye. The candy is local and absorbs alcohol. Oh, Brazzers. Got you. Thank you so much for that. George Dickel, this is the new 11-year Bottled and Bond, and we're going to be testing it against the 13 to see how they compare, if this one is as oaky and as, forward as this one. So we'll see how that goes. And then lastly tonight, well, not lastly, probably thirdly, I guess, this is the brand new Old Tub, which I've seen some people already get a chance to review. So I figured instead of doing a formal review on this, what I do is test it. So what we're going to do is put Old Tub against some of my other 2 favorite Bottled and Bonds that are affordable and cheap. Edmund Williams Bottled and Bond and Old Granddad Bonded. Then I'm going to post a poll that I'm going to drop in the chat. You guys are going to get a chance to vote on for the fourth one. I wasn't really sure what to put as the fourth choice in this one. I haven't tasted the Old Tub yet, so I'm just throwing it in the blind tasting. Let's see how it does. Let's see how good, 100 proof Old Tub non-chill filtered Beam is against Old Grandad, Evan Williams, and another budget type of bottled and bond pour. So that's what we're gonna do tonight, and then to cap off the night, I have a three dram blind tasting here from my buddy Brent, who sent these to me, along with another Wild Turkey 17-year that I was trying to find. So he said that these are, I think, sherry bomb scotches that we're gonna try to get into and taste. And I know there's gonna be some challenges and some questions that go along with this, which he's gonna let me know what those are. So it's gonna be a fun night, guys. So hang on. All right, let me catch up with the chat here, guys. Want to make sure. Thank you to everyone throwing in super chats. Yes, for Wheels, absolutely. Big Wheels keep on turning. Yes. Hi, first time caller, long time listener. Love the channel. Whiskey Food Travel Reviews. Thank you so much, man. That's awesome. These super chats are great. Yeah, they totally are, Trev. Absolutely. First one showed up on my stream. I think my CC declined. So to make sure the payment actually gets through. Oh, okay. Couldn't help with the Wheels mobile fun on Monday night stream. So here we go. Steve A. Yes. Thank you, Steve. Mike Franklin. Ashley Campbell says 1792 bottle and bond. I thought about that one, Ashley, but the only problem is the only one I have is a pick. I don't have a standard bottling of it, and it's my pick. So I feel like it really wouldn't be fair. Okay. So that's what we're going to do first. First, as usual, let's get into the news here a little bit. We have some news that came across. You guys, if you can, just keep checking the super chats. Really appreciate it. Definitely hit the like button. Thank you so much, Brent. Hey, the Whiskey Dictionary is here. Hashtag BDC. Okay, so first news story. Here we go, guys. Buffalo Trace's 6 millionth barrel raises over $1 million for charities. So in May 2019, Buffalo Trace selected 378 U.S. charities to receive bottles of bourbon from the distillery's 6 millionth barrel for the purpose of fundraising. Now, while Buffalo Trace expected $500,000 to be raised to date, the amount raised is a little bit over $1 million. With more funds expected to come in. 56 of the 378 charities have had to postpone or reschedule their fundraising efforts due to COVID-19. So the nonprofit organizations received 375 milliliter sized bottles housed in a commemorative wooden box with a piece of a wooden stave from the barrel also included. So you can actually check out all the different charities that this helped on Buffalo Trace's website. This is definitely the type of allocation from Buffalo Trace that I'm all for. So that's absolutely great. Coming in next is Nika. So Nika is going to debut in the U.S. There's a new Nika whiskey that's been introduced to the U.S. this month. It's called Nika Days. It's a blended whiskey primarily made with coffee grain and non-peated Migagiko malts, also with a small amount of coffee malt whiskey and Yoichi peated malt whiskey. Overall, it's lightly peated and bottled only at 80 proof. Nika Days has been developed for whiskey lovers who appreciate fine drinks on a casual day. It can be enjoyed neat, on the rocks, a simple highball, or a cocktail. So this is a Japanese, mixing, whiskey, basically. It's going to arrive this month in California, New York, Texas, Illinois, Massachusetts, Florida, and Tennessee, and larger expansion early next year. MSRP of $50. Let's see. Next up, we have Michter's. I'm excited about this one, guys. This is actually a bottle I don't have, but don't tend to see very often. The 2020 release from Michter's 10-year single barrel Kentucky Straight Rye is made with a mash bill of rye, corn, malted barley. Well, duh. It matured and toasted. It's matured in new toasted and then charred American oak barrels for 10 years. This release will be the only 10-year rye release for the brand this year. As always, this is made in limited production. It's bottled at 46.4% ABV, MSRP of $160. Thank you so much, Jason Lamp. Will do. Whiskey Dictionary's happy. It said it'll be here in Massachusetts. There you go. Last story of the night here, guys, is a bunch of different labels that have hit the market. And we'll kind of go through these a little bit. Jack Daniel's is releasing their Tennessee Tasters 14E19 Twin Blend. This is one of their limited edition series of experimental whiskeys. Typically, they're only sold at the distillery. It's a blend of 50 barrels of Tennessee whiskey and Tennessee rye, both barreled on the same day. After they are blended, the whiskey is bottled at 53.5% ABV. Compass Box is releasing Peat Monster Arcana. It's an upcoming limited edition of the brand's Peat Monster. They are very transparent with their labeling. The majority of the whiskeys include single malt from Talisker, with Ardbeg and Milton Duff also featured. Additionally, a portion of cask-strength Peat Monster aged in custom refill French oak barrels with a heavy toast. Uh-oh. I might be all over that one. Amroot Fusion X. That's finished in selected Pedro Jimenez sherry butts, bottled at 50% ABV. Only 1,010 bottles are produced of that one. Amroot Bajira. Bajira means Black Panther in Hindi. It's featured on the black label. Finished in sherry casks and bottled at 46% ABV. Amroot Triparva. This is claims to be the first triple distilled single malt from India, which is very interesting. Also bottled at 50%. And then we have a release from Castle and Key, guys. Castle and Key called Slow Hands Single Barrel Rye. If you look in the top right, you can see the label there. The distillery used a mash bill of 63% rye, 17% corn, and 20% malted barley. The rye whiskey will be a single barrel releases bottled at 50% ABV. Not sure of the time frame of that. And lastly, Bardstown Bourbon Company with another collaboration. This is called the Destillare. The whiskey begins as a straight Tennessee bourbon, which ages for 9 years, Dickel. Then it's finished in Copper and King's Orange Curacao barrels. It's bottled at 50% ABV. And that is the news. So a lot of cool stuff there to kind of wrap your head around, especially for Scotch lovers. Very interested in that Peat Monster. That Bardstown, as much as I love their collaborations, yeah, George Dickel whiskey finished in Orange Curacao doesn't really do it for me. Doesn't really get me excited there. Let me go back to the chat because I want to make sure I didn't miss any questions here that came in. Nick Foles, did you see Michter's sold an entire barrel of Michter's 10-year? Yeah, Michter's 10-year single barrel selection sold in an auction for 200 grand. Some group in Georgia bought it. That's nuts. Linus Cat says, we can usually get Tennessee Tasters at the liquor store here in Tennessee. Yeah, when I was there, that's how I got there. Tennessee Tasters Barrel Proof Rye, which is just insanely delicious. But now they're coming out with an actual bottle release of that stuff. And that is very high on my list of bottles I want to get and to find. So Karen B. Ford or Rebecca Page, my friends in Tennessee, when that hits the market, you must let me know. Let's see here. I've had a BT pick, but no ER. Still keeping those super chats coming in. I really appreciate it, guys. I'll post at some point, either on my Patreon or on my community page on the Mash and Drum on YouTube, to find out exactly how much we raised for Wheels. So, with that, you know what? I'm going to save the... let me do the George Dickel first because this is high proof stuff with the handy and the 4-gate. So let's test out the George Dickel. This is the new 11-year bottled and bond. Hey, Donald Rance is here. What's up, Donald? Nice to see you as usual. All right, let's do a quick comparison here. Get my glasses. So for those of you that don't know, this is the second release in the George Dickel Bottled and Bond series from Nicole Austin since she became Master Distiller. So she became Master Distiller in 2018. She released the 13-year George Dickel Bottled and Bond that won Whiskey of the Year from Whiskey Advocate, to the dismay of many readers and whiskey fans. Oh, yeah, great news about Castle and Key. I buy their vodka to help support them. Whenever I can get back to the trail, they will be my first stop. Yeah, there's no release information for that rye, but it's going to be a very sought after rye. I think as soon as they start getting released. So we'll see what happens. So this is so much like this bottle. This one on the side said distilling season fall 2005. So you kind of knew that it was 13 years old. This one says distilling season fall 2008. And on the side, it actually says aged 11 years here. It doesn't make you do the math. So let's do a quick comparison here. I know there's not a lot of George Dickel fans out there, but I do find when George Dickel whiskey opens up a little bit, some of that Flintstone vitamin characteristic, ooh, that was a nice pop, kind of goes away, and then you end up with just a little bit more of a nutty flavor profile. So let's give this one a go. All right, so we have the 11-year here, the 13-year here. No real difference in color. I'm going to let this open up a little bit. James Taylor says the 11 is good. Okay, nice. That's awesome. Richie Z says, I have 2 Dickels. You're a lucky man. Oh, okay. Wow. Very surprising. So far on the nose, completely different. The 11-year is starting off now with like a peanut butter nutty characteristic here. It's like sweet roasted almonds or pecans. Don't let the Dickels touch. Whereas the 13-year, wow, still this one is very mineral, Flintstone vitamin forward, very oaky. This one has not turned to that nutty flavor profile like the 8 or the 12-year does. Jake Barton says, I don't mind the 13-year, but I've never gotten that Flintstones vitamin note. Well, I mean, if you're used to it, it's kind of hard to, I don't know. If you're used to drinking, like the people that I know that love George Dickel and that are used to drinking it, they think like people are nuts. They're like, oh, there's no such thing as that Flintstone vitamin note. We don't know what you're talking about. But I do think it is prevalent. But I'm not getting it on the 11-year at all. This is almost coming across, dare I say, like a Heaven Hill type nose to it. Candied pecans, ton of vanilla. There's a little bit of a Flintstone thing going on. Very, very slight. Not nearly as much as the 13. It's like cinnamon and apples, and it's actually pretty good on the nose. Let's try the first sip. Here we go. Oh, man. That's pretty good. I see some more super chats coming in. Thank you so much, guys. Keith Schmidt, are these Dickel's blended small batches? Yes, they are. I believe she's aiming for, they're not single barrels, they're blended. DH still says, I actually think those cheap Dickels are good for the price, but I don't mind crappy all flavors at $20 if I'm wasted, and why would I drink $20 whiskey sober? A good point, DH Silv. Jeffrey Wack, your initial reaction is interesting. I'd be interested to know if the 11-year is worth exploring if I wrote off Dickel. Maybe they're going for a different profile. I don't know, Jeffrey. It's interesting because this literally smells completely different than the 13. I mean, you have them side by side. I'm not going to say it's like night and day, but it's pretty close to night and day. It's really different. There is a little bit of that mineral quality, but it's not nearly as prevalent as you get in the 13. Let me take a sip of the 13 here. Yeah, the 13 has way more oak tannins. You get that mineral quality to it. Maple syrup. Definitely a good amount of oak there on the back end. Rich caramels there. It is 13 years old, so there's a lot of barrel flavor in here too. The 11-year, though, is just a little bit sweeter and subtle. Yeah, the 11-year starts off with some really nice candied pecan flavors. It gets into like this apple flavor. Then you think it's gonna like go off the deep end to go to that Dickel mineral quality, but it never gets there. It kind of just stays, right on the edge of the cliff without going over. It's good. I will easily drink this over the 13. I wasn't too crazy about the 13. I thought for what it is, it was an amazing value. I mean, a 13-year bottle bond whiskey for like $37 when it came out. Crazy. But this is more along the lines of something that a typical bourbon drinker might like. I'm not saying everybody would like it, but if you try the 13 or you don't like that vitamin type flavor profile that you normally get in a George Dickel whiskey, this Tennessee whiskey, this 11-year, is kind of getting away from that. And Jeffrey Wack makes a good point. I wonder, is this the profile they're going to go for now? They're going to try to get that mineral quality out of it? I would bet no, because they've been making that whiskey for so many years, and there's a lot of hardcore fans. If they started to get away from that, I'm not sure how their core fans would feel about that. But as it just stands alone, the 11-year I definitely like over the 13-year. I think it's a very solid whiskey. I would absolutely drink that. Not bad. Yeah, I'm actually a fan of the 12. I like the 12 a lot, actually. It is not bad. All right, so that's the first ones out of the way here. All right, so I'm gonna set up the Foregate and Thomas H. Handy here, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna throw in the chat a straw poll, so you guys can vote what's gonna be the fourth bourbon to put Old Tub against. So everyone can check out the chat. I'm going to drop it in here right now. You could click on it and give it a vote. All right, and I will check the results in a little bit. Have a little fun interactive night, guys. And we'll check the options, see what they be. Okay, DH Sale. Well, if they go for a premium brand in their core, they should go for that just jumped up. They should go for a new profile, just good marketing, right? I mean, you would think. We'll see. I don't know. I find it hard to believe they would change their complete flavor profile but if they're trying to amass more drinkers rather than just a hardcore group of fans, you never know. It could be smart. It could be, I mean, that's what testing groups are for. You bring in your hardcore Dickel fans and, do you like this? And if they say yes, then, you move on with it and see how it goes. All right. So first, we're going to try the Foregate Batch 7. Now, Foregate, you've heard a lot of us YouTubers talk about Foregate and the amazing whiskeys that they create. A lot of their stuff is based on doing some really exotic finishing. Batch 1, I still think is my favorite of all time. That was a sherry rum combination. Batch 6 was a close second with that cognac, the cognac rum finish that they did. And then we have, they've released a couple of other things along the way. A split stave release, that one was really good as well. It was almost like a double oak type flavor profile. They have the foundation, which was I think it was just great wild turkey whiskey. But this is Batch 7. This is a rye, Batch 7 rye, the River Kelvin rye it's called. I want to thank Foregate, Bill, for sending me a sample of this. Here's a little bit of a press release for it. He said, this is blended from 7-year-old barrels from 95.5 Indiana Straight Rye Whiskey, bottled at full barrel proof, 113.2, non-chill filtered, 1,484 bottles were produced for an MSRP of $175. They're available in Kentucky, Indiana, and at sealbox.com. Let's see. We will present this base whiskey with 2 additional barrel finishes over the next 8 months, allowing consumers to taste the before and after presentations. This will be finished in our innovative split stave, which I just mentioned, for the holiday season, and then second finish in ruby port rum casks in 2021. Holy shit. Well, that just got me real excited. Jeffrey Wack, what is your favorite 4-gate batch prior to the rye here? Oh, it's easily 4-gate batch 1. Easily. And 4-gate batch 6 is very close to it. The split stave was probably my 3rd. I never got a chance to try the foundation, which supposedly was supposed to be like barrel-proof wild turkey. I really wanted a bottle of that, but I don't think... never got a chance to taste that, but I did hear great things about it. So let's go to this one here. I think that'll be enough there. Then we're going to compare it to Thomas H. Handy from BTAC, because, you know, BTAC is up there in price. Thomas H. Handy, when you see it, it's usually pretty expensive. And I just want to see how comparable it is, or if it's in that realm of the quality of a BTAC. Remember, this is MGP 95.5. So let's see how we go. Hey, Jeffrey Mill is here, my buddy out in Cambodia. He's been watching the channel a lot, leaving a lot of comments. Appreciate it. Ooh. This is coming off more pine needly than I thought it would, like pine trees. You know, 7 years old. There's some mintiness there. I'm not picking up really any dill notes, but there might faintly be a dill note back there. There's definitely some rich caramel, some sweetness here. Yeah, this is a rye lover's rye. It's got very, very deep, rich rye notes here. DH Silver, oh, he's talking to him. Okay. All right, I got to go back up and see if I missed some super chats for Wheels here. Wow, guys, you guys are amazing. Jacob Enriquez, he says Team Dickel. Yeah, Rebecca Page, you're right. It is good. That 11-year. All right, so let me see where the poll is at real quick. Oh, wow, Early Times Bottled and Bond with a whopping 55.56% of the votes. All right, keep the votes coming. For that, I'll drop the link in the chat one more time if nobody has voted. There it is. All right. And guys, stick around. As soon as I do this comparison, it's coming. It's Blend-A-Geddon time. I've made a little video to present Blend-A-Geddon to get you guys pumped up and psyched. So stick around. Right after this tasting, we'll show you that. Ton of citrus now that it's opening up. I mean, orange zest, but it's like, yeah, it's not really like orange flavor. This is more like orange peel. It's like the bitterness of orange peel, but not overly bitter at all. It's actually really nice. I love the mix of flavors on this nose. I mean, this is pure, unadulterated MGP, just delicious rye whiskey so far on the nose. Let's go for a sip. Here we go, guys. Cheers. Oh, my. Yeah, that is a kick-ass rye right there. Yeah. I mean, whoa, this keeps going and going, the finish. This is all just citrus, caramel. I'm getting a little bit of a coffee note on here too, which is really interesting for a rye whiskey. It's almost like that age, it's almost like the rye was toasted a little bit. A little bit of a coffee note, a little bit of a, definitely get the caramel, the pine, the citrus, Not really getting too much of the dill note, thank goodness. I'm not really crazy about that in my rye. It's getting sweeter the more I sip it, and more vanilla is coming out. Now vanilla is just really popping out of the glass. Hey, the whiskey friend, what is up, Alan? Alan just celebrated 2,000 subs on his channel. Cheers to you, Alan. Thanks for coming in. He's all the way in the friggin' UK. Thank you for coming in, man. Jason Kiesel, do you have an email you can be contacted at? Yeah, well, I'm going to pop that up in a little bit when we do the Blend-A-Geddon thing. I'll show you. That rye is delicious. It's really good. This is everything you love about MGP rye whiskey is just amped up to the next level here. I know there's some other, maybe, there's some other brands out there that do source from MGP. I don't know if I remember having a rye that was that flavorful, like that balanced with sweet. $175. It is pricey. I gotta say, when people ask me, hey, do you think it's worth it to get $160, $150, $175 for a bourbon or a whiskey? I can't say I've really come up with like a good reasoning whether you should or you shouldn't buy it. Everybody's budget is different. So, I mean, if you have the means and you're a big rye fan or a certain whiskey fan, then yeah, pull the trigger on it. But for people that are a little bit more budget conscious, this might be something out of their price range. It really depends on what you like and what you're willing to spend. If you're a huge rye whiskey fan, and say you do have a rye budget or a whiskey budget, and you really love rye whiskeys, and you're just kind of waiting for the next one. If you could spend something that was completely solid, that's a little bit higher price on a good rye, oh, excuse me, that was nasty. Then this one would fit the bill. It's that good. All right, let's go to the handy and see how it compares. So Thomas Chase Handy from Sazerac is about 6, 7, 8 years old-ish. This one's 125.7 proof. BTAC. So let's see how it compares here, guys. Brent Bailey, what equipment do you use for camera, mic, and editing? Thinking of starting a YouTube channel. Oh, you're going down a deep hole, Brent. So camera, I use a DSLR to film all my videos. For a microphone, I use a wired lavalier, sometimes a wireless one, depending where I am. Let me see. Yeah, and then for editing, I just basically, I edit in Adobe Premiere. I do a mix of Adobe Premiere and an iMovie on Mac. So it's just, it's just the key to starting a YouTube channel is audio and video. If you have that, then you just have to worry about your content. But with so many channels that there are now, you really have to come out of the gate with, really, really good content, something unique, and, obviously good quality stuff. So if you do that, let me know. If you have any questions, you could reach out to me here. I'll post up my email address here, themashanddrum@gmail.com. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I always love helping new channels and talking to you guys. The more the merrier. All right. Florida Living, yes. Right now we're comparing Thomas H. Handy to the new 4-gate Batch 7. Mike Meyer says, Dickel and a Handy. So far, so good. That's right. Actually, let me double check, because I want to make sure. No, that's not what I want. I want to look up Thomas. Whoop. I want to see what the Thomas H. Handy. There we go, 2019. So let's see, this was, doesn't really say the age here. Anyone have the age on how old this rye is? Anyone could pull that up? I appreciate that. Let's see. Let's see, Thomas Handy, 2019 age. I know it's on the press release. I just can't, I don't have, oh, 6 years. Oh, it says over 6 years. So I'm not sure exactly what the year is, but it says about 6 years, a little bit over. All right, so they're right in line with each other. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so yeah, pretty close in age here. We have about 6 or 7 years versus 6 or 7 years. The Thomas H. Handy is a little bit higher in proof, though. There you go, 6 year. So this is like, so the weird thing about Thomas H. Handy when I first got it, there's like this cherry mint note that just really pops out of the glass that I love. The nose is definitely on the sweeter side. It's a little bit more vanilla, a little bit more caramel. Again, it's more of a Kentucky rye rather than an Indiana rye. So the noses, yeah, this is way sweeter. This is obviously Buffalo Trace. I mean, it's Buffalo Trace barrels, which, as we all know, just inherit some crazy sweetness that they get out of their barrels. It's amazing. Whereas the Indiana one from Forgate, it's a different nose, but it's just as intense. This one is more citrus, more, like I said, like more pine, a little bit more of that, a little bit of a coffee note I'm getting in there as well. But both nosers are different, but they're both equally very strong, and both of them are good in their own separate ways. If you like that higher rye mash bill, then higher rye mash bill at 95.5, then the Forgate, you're gonna absolutely love this one. It's delicious. God, that's good. And it's getting sweeter. The more I sip it, sweeter and sweeter and sweeter. The pine notes start to take a back seat, and then you just get a rush of citrus, vanilla, caramel. Man. Yeah, Jeffrey, and that's why I wanted to do the comparison, because, this being 95.5, Handy being, about 51%. I wanted to do this comparison to kind of go through, the flavor profiles, because I think a lot of people who don't know a lot about rye whiskey might think that all ryes might taste the same. You might get some sweet ones. You might get some ones that it's like, why does this one taste like, pickle? Why does this one taste like an evergreen tree? And why does this one taste very close to bourbon? Not all ryes are created equal. But I do think if you like a higher proof rye, if you're a Thomas H. Handy fan, I don't know if this one will be for you. You have to like high rye bourbons. This has way more of an evergreen note, way more citrus, a little bit of a coffee note. You definitely get some sweetness that comes on at the very end, I think. But the Thomas H. Handy, which is just, a barely rye at 51%, has way more sweetness. This is a bourbon lover's rye. That's what I always say when it comes to those Kentucky ryes. Whereas this is a rye lover's rye. And if you're a rye lover, then, if you wanted to spend money on something higher, all I could say, depending on your budget, that this is just a delicious, damn good rye whiskey. It's delicious. That's all I could say. Trev Wilson, he says, already up to 51 super chats. That's awesome, guys. Nice. Pine, yuck. Yeah, a lot of people don't, like that so much. Rebecca Page, speaking of rushes, do you have any of the Pert coins left? I do. I do have my Neil Pert coins left. I'm running, I probably have maybe about 150 to 150 more of them. So if any of you guys are interested in getting, let's see, do I have any of them here? Am I using one? I don't think I have any laying around down here. Let's see. Nope, that's my old coin. Nope. If you guys are interested in getting one of my whiskey hats, you feel free to email me and get them out. So I get like all these sporadic orders, and I try to mail them all out at once. So, all right, yeah. What can I say? This is really good stuff. I'm a fan, huge fan of this. This is delicious. Up there with Rare Breed Rye is probably the best rye I've had this year so far, easily. All right. So before we get to our blind tasting, here it comes, guys. Are you ready? I made this video actually just today. It's a special preview for Blendageddon 3. So Blendageddon 3, for those of you that do not know what that is, this is where I ask you out there to create and craft your best blend that you could create, submit it to me, and I will put you into the tournament to see who comes out the champion on top. So without further ado, enjoy this video, guys. And here we go. I got 16 total blends for Blendageddon. 16. The more I get down in the nose on that, it gets really sweet, very oaky. So number one here, or letter A, whatever you want to call it, that one is really good. To look at tonight's contenders, and here they are. Oh, this one's completely different. Completely different. All right, guys, so here are the 4 setups for the final. Let me show you the names one more time for the championship. Before we call out our champion, here are the finals, guys. ADHD Fishing, Richie Z, Rebecca Page, and James Sanderson, all in the chat tonight. I'm excited. It's all come down to this. Here we go. Congrats, everybody. Rebecca Page comes in first place. Haha, yes! There it is, guys. What'd you guys think of that? That was my hype. I wanted to make it like a movie trailer. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. All right. So, yeah, just waiting for the Ric Flair woo. I should have added that, actually. That would have been good. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that that hype video. Show Will Henderson, man, I just want to run through a brick wall and punch someone. Yeah, it was a little dramatic. Yes, this time it's personal. Yeah, the piano drop at the end definitely chills. Hey, Rarebird 101's in the house. What's up, man? Nice, thanks for coming in. Yeah, so that was my hype trailer for Blendageddon 3. So basically how it's going to work, guys, you have a month from now until August 15th to get your blends to me. Basically, if you have a blend, you want to reach out to me, you can mail me here at themashanddrum@gmail.com to submit your blend. So the thing is, we have 2 categories. You can do a Scotch blend or you can do a bourbon American whiskey blend. Basically, I kind of keep it to those 2 categories because I was thinking about expanding it to Irish whiskey blends or other different types of blends, but I just always feared there wouldn't be enough of one type of blend. Last year we had a good mix. We had a good amount of Scotch blends. We had way more bourbon and rye blends as well, but they were blends nonetheless. What I am doing different this year is a new head-to-head format where instead of putting them in a flight, because the thing was that I was thinking about it last year, they could vary pretty much, if you try one whiskey right after the other. Some of them kind of blend together. One can affect another one, especially in a group of 4 or 5. So what I'm doing this year is I'm going to be picking some numbers from a hat. Each blend will get a number. I'm going to be picking them from a hat and putting those ones head to head, live on the show. And what we'll do is we'll pick which one goes and moves to the next bracket, and so on and so forth until it's kind of like a Sweet 16 format until we have enough. We had 16 blends last year. I'm assuming we're going to have more this year. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, DH Silv, basically world whiskey blend and American whiskey. That's basically what it is. So you'll have American whiskey blends. You could blend rye, you could blend bourbons, corn whiskeys, whatever you want to throw in there. And for world whiskeys, you could do any Scotch, Irish whiskey, Japanese whiskey, Indian whiskey, whatever you want to throw into that blend. So we'll have those 2 categories. And we'll see how it goes. You guys have a month to craft your blends. Get them to me by August 30th. Email me if you want to send in a blend, if you want to submit one in. And it's going to be epic this year. I have some big plans for some pretty amazing prizes this year. So whoever wins this is going to get something pretty cool. Rebecca Page is the reigning champion. We haven't had anyone take down the ladies yet. Christine Deems won Blend Again and won with her blend, the Thieving Vicar. And Rebecca Page won last year with just a 2 bourbon blend. I think it was 2 bourbons, I think. Yeah. I think she blended Old Grandad 114 and Old Forester 1920. And that took it. It was good. So now what I will say, if you guys have watched my channel before, you guys know I like a little bit higher proof. Maybe pay attention to what I like. That stuff kind of helps. Christine Deems was smart. She went with Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, Weller 107, and Larceny in her blend, which is an absolutely phenomenal blend. And then Rebecca went with Old Forester 1920 and Old GD 114, keeping it simple. And both of those won. So it's going to be an epic contest this year. So I can't wait to taste your blend, guys. It's going to be awesome. All right, let's get back here. So I'm going to check the refresh results. Early times bottled and bond it is. So I have them poured right here. Let me undo those. Dark Meat Chicken says, Malort and Jephthah, call it the basement blend. Yes. I actually kind of like that idea. All right, get some water here. All right, let me grab an early times, guys. Give me 1 second. All right. All right, let's get the mic back on. Trev Wilson says, pay attention to what you like. That's why I know I'm about to win 2 ounces of Jephthah plus 1 ounce of Jephthah. I could have sworn somebody was going to throw a blend in there that had Jephthah in it. And I swear, if someone does that, if somebody puts Jephthah in a blend and it ends up winning the whole thing, I'm just going to retire right there. All right. All right, we have early times now in the mix. Yes, I did navigate that without falling. All right, perfect. I already see some emails from you guys about Blend Again. I'm very excited. All right, so let's mix these up now. Now, just to let you guys know, I have not tried Old Tub. I have not smelled it. Nothing. I've let it sit in the glass, open up. It's bourbon night. Chad and Sarah did do a review of it. They did say to let it open up a little bit because, you know, the aromas do come out a little bit more. So that's what I did. So I don't know how this is going to go down. So again, we have, you guys can kind of see the bottles there. We have Evan Williams versus Old Tub versus Old Granddad versus Early Times Bottled and Bond from Old Forester, which is now in the hands of Sazerac, unfortunately. All right, so let's do this quick tasting. Let's see what comes out on top. Mark G says, Jephthah, Canadian Mist, and Malort. That's the triple death blend. D.A. Silv said, oh my God, Rhetoric and Mountain Dew is awesome. Dustin, is that what you're submitting for Blendageddon? All right, so first one on this nose. This is honey roasted peanuts. Honey roasted peanuts off the bat. Definitely some brown sugar. Black pepper. Definitely some corn sweetness in there too. Like roasted corn. All right, let's go for a sip of this one. Ooh, that one's fruity, citrusy, very well balanced. Still a lot of peanut. I would imagine that's either the OGD or maybe the Old Tub even. I don't know, but it definitely has... Well, Evan Williams is kind of peanutty too. So now I don't really know. It's very citrusy too. Very sweet. That one's good. The thing is, every time I do a Bottled and Bond shootout, like a lower tier one, like a, you know, more of a budget one, Old Granddad just always seems to come out on top for me. And I don't know what it is about Old Granddad and just killing it in blends. Early Times does the same thing as well. They seem to kind of switch off back and forth. Be interesting to kind of throw the Old Tub in there and see how it goes. Let's go to number 2 here. Ooh. Yeah, this one and this one cannot be more different. Ooh, this is honey roasted peanuts, like Cracker Jack, citrus. Then in here, this is a little bit richer in oak, brown sugar. Oh, excuse me. Hey, Florida Living, thank you so much, man. Man, this one has definitely a interesting nose here. Getting an apple note, maybe a little bit of cherry. This is like more apple cinnamon here on this one I'm getting. A little bit of a nuttiness, not too much though. All right, I'm gonna go for a sip of this one. Cheers, guys. Here we go. That one's a completely different flavor profile than A. This one's a little bit more balanced. Getting like a cotton candy note on the back end of that one. Really crazy. I have no idea what that is. I mean, usually I'm pretty good with like maybe picking out some flavors of what they could be. I'm kind of lost on that one. I don't remember one of them tasting like, maybe that's the Old Tub. But I'm not really getting a lot of the, I would assume the Old Tub would have some nuttiness to it, but I'm not really getting too much on there. Let's go to number 3 here. All right, so this one is giving me a little bit more of a... this one's a little bit more chocolatey. Definitely some dusty corn. Ooh. A little bit of a peanut note there, but not much. Definitely more of a corn forward type flavor profile on this one. Let's go for a sip. Well, that's good. That came off like, I don't know if there's a such thing as like light cherry cola. Like light cherry cola there. Definitely some good balance. Oak, vanilla, all the good bourbon notes that you get. But yeah, that little bit of like a cherry cola note in there. That's good. I don't know. 3 might be the leader right there. All right, let's go to the last one here. Let's see what we get. This one's kind of muted on the nose. Not getting much here. Eric Beer. No, not yet. Still tasting through these blind. This one has a little bit of nuttiness as well. A little bit more of like a maple syrup, maple oak type note I'm getting. Like dry peanuts though. Man. Yeah, diluted cherry cola, that might be it. I don't know, this one's good. It's not really doing too much for me though. Oh, that sip was better. Definitely some fruit, some nuttiness. Probably the most muted out of all 3. This one I'm kind of like, you know, I'm like trying to get flavors out of it. That's weird. I'm always getting like a peach note out of that one. What the hell is going on tonight? Getting cotton candy, this one peach. What the hell? No, I think it's... yeah, it's way more vanilla with a hint of like a peach flavor there. A little bit of nuttiness. That one's good too. They're all pretty good, I gotta say. And I actually have no idea. The only one I would maybe guess is number 1. Maybe number 3 a little bit too. These 2, not so sure. But number 1, I would venture a guess that that's either Old Granddad or possibly, it could be the Old Tub too. Let's go through them one more time real quick. Scary Peeper says, this is such an awesome blind. Cheers with some Old Tub. Cheers, Scary Peeper. Thanks, man. I love the flavor and the bite on this one. It's intense. It's sweet. It's citrusy. That one's really good. I like number 1 a lot. All right, let's go to number 2 here. You know what? Let me refresh my palate a little bit. Let me get some water here. Hey, Dallas Van Winkle's in the house says, I bet the peach is George Dickel bottle and bond. No, that bottle and bond is not in here. We have Old Granddad bonded. We have Old Tub, Evan Williams, and Early Times. So that's what's in the 4 here. Cheers, Mark. Thanks for coming in, man. Jeff Perkins, what brand of Copita glass is that? I don't remember, dude. I got these so long ago, unfortunately. I remember getting them on Amazon, if that helps. But if you want some Mash and Drum Copita glasses, I have those available. You can click down below in the About section of the video. I have a bunch of different glasses that are that you guys can purchase. They're really nice. My curved bourbon glass, I think, is still my favorite. All right, so this one's good, but it gets a little bit muted as you keep sipping it. Really good flavor, good balance. Let's go to number 3, which is actually the darkest out of all 3. I think you could actually tell on camera. Can you guys tell that this one's the darkest out of all 3 of them? Easily the darkest one. Let's go for a sip of this one. Oh, I love the flavors in that one. I think this one, if that one's not the top, it's pretty damn close. I love the chocolate cherry, like the cherry cola note, a lot of intense vanilla. That one's really good. You guys are saying, yep, yep, yep. That's really good. All right, so I think 3 and 1 are kind of in the clubhouse. Let's go to 4. Yeah, 4 is just like, not a lot going on there. For lack of a better term, 4 is drinking really smooth. It's just, it's going down very easy. It's just, I don't know, there's something about it. It's, you know, I hate to use that word smooth, but that's what it is. There's some good sweetness up front, but the way it's finishing, it's just not really leaving much. And for a 100 proof bourbon, that's kind of surprising. Oh, one more sip of this one. Yeah, it's kind of like meh. Not really feeling that one. I mean, coming off of these 3, this one just isn't doing it for me. So that one's last, easily. I think I'm going to put number 2 in 3rd. And really it's between number 3 and number 1 for first place supremacy here. Hey, what's up, Whiskey Crusaders? Thanks for coming in. I've missed you. Thanks for coming in, man. Yeah. I mean, number 3 is darker, but it comes off richer, more fuller of flavor. I'm putting this one number 1, this one number 2. All right, guys, you ready to see the lineup? All right, here we go. Last place. I'm sure ADHD Whiskey will be happy if he's watching. Last place was Evan Williams, Bottled and Bond. Now, maybe because this one's been open for a little while, but it just didn't do it for me at all. It was, excuse me, it was just kind of lacking in depth and flavor compared to the other 3. I will say the other 3, you know, were pretty close, but this one just really took it for me. Number 3, EW calling it. Yes, not my fave. Okay, yeah. So there you go. Damn, I'm wrong. Yeah, this one just came off a little bit flat to me tonight. You know, like I said, this is kind of an older bottle. Maybe it's too much air has gotten into it. But yeah, it just didn't really do it for me. Let's go to number 3. Oh, shit. Number 3 was Old Granddad. What? So that means you got Old Tub and Early Times in here. Oh, shit. That's really surprising. Yeah, I mean, that one was close. This has to be Old Tub, because it's too peanutty. Yes, Old Tub. Old Tub comes in second, and friggin' Early Times comes in first. Oh, my God. Dude, Old Tub is impressive. Old Tub's good. Old Tub is citrus, honey roasted peanut. Really good whiskey. I'm digging the Old Tub. I feel like this is close to this, like what a fresh bottle is, but I think the non-chill filtration really gives us kind of another level of flavor here. You get a little bit more oils, a little bit more mouth coating, you get more in the finish. And then Early Times, like what the hell, man? Ugh. See, now people are going to be pissed at me because now when Early Times you know, I don't know how soon it's going to go completely away, but when it does, you know, it's like, I don't know. You know, people are just going to, you know, I know in Ohio, early times is gone. Like, you can't find it anywhere, unfortunately. People bought it up as soon as they heard the news that Sazerac was buying it. But yeah, early times is a beast of a bottle and bond bourbon. I think it's way older than 4 years. It's obviously darker. I think it's richer in flavor than those other ones. But I really enjoyed the spice, the citrus, and the nuttiness of the Old Tub. It's quintessential Beam. It's really good Beam stuff. Old Tub is a limited edition release. Don't know how long it's going to be around. Jim Beam limited releases do tend to hang around a little bit. The Repeal batch, which was a non-chill filtered, I think it was an 86 proof bourbon. I still see that limited release on shelves from time to time, you know, when I'm shopping around. So, you know, if Old Tub comes to your neck of the woods and you like, listen, it's not overly complex. It is a typical Jim Beam profile. It's citrus, it's peanut, it's honey, it's got a good spicy finish. It's really good. But this stuff, I gotta look for more of it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I bought 4 bottles too once it went away. Oh, my mouse went dead. Oh well. But yeah, early times. So this is the Old Tub, right? Yeah, Old Tub. Getting a little bit of an apple note on the back end too. I'm telling you, non-chill filtration does amazing things to whiskey. And you know, whiskey, bourbon. This definitely stood out. Now, it was similar to this, which I did say, which was the Old Grandad Bonded. But this just had more of a stickiness to it. It just kind of stayed around. The finish was longer. Just delicious stuff. I definitely enjoyed that a lot. I do like the Old Tub. I'm a fan. But early times to me in this blind tasting was a little bit better. And darker. And I think it's older too. So, man, early times. It's just good stuff. I hope Sazerac doesn't ruin it. But they probably will, unfortunately. All right, guys. So last thing we're going to do before we get to the bottle giveaway. So if anyone hasn't heard, tonight we are giving away a bottle of Old Forester Single Barrel. This is an Ohio Select pick. If any super chat that you get or any super chat that you give, you are entered to win a bottle of Old Forester Single Barrel. This is one of the 90 proofers. Hopefully, I'll get my hands on one of the newer ones that come out in August. But right now, we have a 90 proofer. It's a delicious pick to get to try one. And all the proceeds tonight are going to help out Brandon Wheels. If you haven't heard yet, Brandon is in a wheelchair. He had some bad luck recently, got in a car accident. His means of transportation is gone. He needs another car with some equipment within the car that allows him to be able to drive it to and from work. So all the proceeds tonight are going to help him, going to his GoFundMe page. Either Matt, Trev, Steve, any of you, please drop the link in the GoFundMe page again in the chat. If anyone wants to donate directly, or if you want to donate through here, through Super Chats, like I said, all the proceeds are going to him tonight. So, Laney's Cat, cheers. Thank you, man. All right. David Hatton. Oh, I appreciate it. No, thank you, David. Don't thank me. This is all you guys. All I can do is be the platform where you guys can give, and you guys are the ones giving, so I really appreciate it. Here's to Wheels getting better, and funny enough, I was drinking early times all night with you. Well done, sir. All right, so I'm going to have some water here. It's 10:20. All right, we have a good pace here. So we're going to shift our gears now. And Brent, I don't know if Brent's watching, but Brent, if you're in the chat, oh, hold on here. Oh, link expired. Brent, here we go. There would be a reveal after each question. There's a total of 9 points, 3 per question. Oh my God. Before you is a flight of 3 sherry bombs. So these are scotches. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to answer 3 questions using your sense of smell, taste, and vast knowledge of whiskey. Oh God. Sort these samples from youngest to oldest. Oh Lord. All right. I have 3 glasses, and I have 3 samples here, guys. All right, let's get into these. All right, so we have C, which I'll pour here. So this is actually good I'm doing this. So coming up, guys, I don't know if you heard, but Roy, who has the channel Aquavite, he has, he does these things where he sends out challenges to different whiskey tubers. And, basically his goal is to really kind of screw you and to think, and he asks you questions like this, sorted from youngest to oldest, what you think the cheap bourbon is, what Scotch do you think is under $20? What Scotch do you think is a premium offering? And you basically have to guess based on what he gives you. So I am next on the list, and I have his kit sitting right over there, staring me in the face, scaring me to death. And I'm going to be filming this rather soon, and I'm hoping I do really well. So we'll see what happens. So this will be a good for a sherry type of Scotch finishing here. We'll see how it goes. So this is A. I'll leave them right here. So that's A, and this is B, and this is C. All right, Brent. I don't know if you're watching, but Donald Rand says, I'm pretty sure there's some older Glendronach in there. All right, so guys, stick around. I'm going to go through this real quick, answer the question, see how I do, and then after that, we'll give away the Old Forester, single barrel for one of you lucky viewers out there. So thanks for coming in, and thanks for being so generous and helping out Brandon. I can't say enough about the community, so thank you guys. Let's go to A here first. Holy crap. Yeah, that's a sherry bomb. It doesn't smell like a Scotch, though, to me. It is very sherried. One Lost Cause says, sort these samples from youngest to oldest. Okay, I got you, man. All right, let me smell this one. Whoa. All right, that one's funky. That's got to be like some funky Campbelltown, Springbank funk monster. That one's coming across really weird. Let's go to C here. Oh, C just smells like a delicious sherried Scotch. Oh, I feel like I've smelled that before, but that's really incredible. So A, I think A, I'm getting a ton of more oak in there to go along with that sherry finishing. B is just a monster of a flavor coming out of the nose there. I mean, there is just a ton of sweetness and sherry expression coming out of there. I mean, this is just cherries and prunes and raisins and just there's some nuttiness there. That thing is funky. Like, good funky. Joe Pastrana, thank you so much, man. This one's a little softer, but still, raisin, a little bit of like roasted fig. Definitely some caramel in there. A little hint of chocolate. All right, so if I had to guess, oh, God. I'm going to say, all right, so I have to do this from oldest to youngest first. Oh, God. This one's coming off a little bit more refined. This one is just a beast. All right. I'm going to say, all right, One Lost Cause, or Brent, if that's you, Brent. I'm going to say B is the oldest, C is the second oldest, and A is the youngest. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a second. I think I just mixed those up. No, yeah. No, I'm sticking with that. B is the oldest. Oh, wait, I got to actually try them first. Hold on a second. I didn't even sip them. I'm just going off of nose here. Hold on. Oh, my God. B is unbelievable. B is just, oh, my God. Well, I gotta taste them first before I rank them. I'm not doing my thing yet. So let me just check it out first. Let me taste them. Dude, B is unreal on the palate. That is absolutely delicious. Oh, delete it. Oh, did he? If he posted, I didn't see it. So okay, I'm good. Let me go to A here. A has all that cherry flavor, but there is a funky oak note right on the back end of A that I'm getting. Go for one more sip of that one. A has like a bourbon dusty quality to it, which is either because it's either old or because of just the age in the barrel. Now, when I say old, I mean it's an older bottling, or maybe because this just a sherried Scotch with a higher age gets into kind of a funky little note on the back end. But this is all like chocolate, cherry, raisin, date. I mean, just unbelievable. It's jammy. If that makes sense. I haven't tried C yet, so let me go to C here. Oh, C. So C now, okay. Now I'm thrown off because C has a really beautiful oakiness and balance to go along with the sweetness of it here. Man, that is delicious. Yeah, the color on these things. This is B. Look at the color on this, guys. It looks like coffee. That's crazy. Whiskey Throttle's in the house. What's up, you jabroni? Let me taste through these again real quick here. Oh, man. Who else has jumped in here? All right. We go to B. B just tastes a little bit more raw. It's got this like funky, like punch you in the face type of flavor profile, which maybe now I would consider younger than older. So I might change that around a little bit. It's really good. I'm getting the most oak, though, out of C. I don't know whether to go by oak or flavor, like flavor intensity. That's kind of the tough part. I don't know. A's got that oak funk to it, which I feel like makes it older. As intense a flavor as B is, I'm not getting the oak punch. And C, I'm getting a ton of oak too. I think the older ones are either C and A, or C or A. As far as what's older, Just saying hello before I go out for a motorcycle ride. Glad to see you're well. You too, man. Thanks for coming in. Nice to see you, Whiskey Throttle. It just depends on what. So I'm getting a lot of oak on C, but I'm getting a funky oak note on A. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna say A, C, B is my order for oldest to youngest. I'm saying A is the oldest, C is the second oldest, and B is the youngest. All right. One lost cause. Hit me. Was I close? Was I off? What do we got? One lost cause is in the chat, so he's kind of keeping me posted on this. All right. What do we got? Sherry bombs. It sounds like that's... B sounds like that's Scotch A. Can't spell. Okay, I don't know. All right. I'm just waiting to hear what it is. Okay, so one lost cause. A is an NAS. A is an NAS. Okay. B is 10 years, 7 months. And C is 25 years? Holy shit. So what does that mean? Does that mean I got it? If A's a NAS? I don't know. I mean, this tastes old. I mean, the freaking oak and the bitterness on the back end of that. But what you said, C is a 25 year. Dude. All right. Yeah, I'm glad I changed. And B is a 10-year-old. Okay, that makes sense. B is a little bit more raw on the palate. Comes across a little bit. There's a lot of flavor there, but it just has more... like bite to it. C is way refined. And A just has an incredible flavor profile to it. If I have to look at just... No, they're kind of the same. All right, next. Identify the peated malt, unpeated malt, and grain blend. What the fuck? Peated malt, unpeated malt, and grain blend. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Hey, man, why Scotch? You gotta expand your horizons, guys. It's not all about bourbon. There's some great Scotches out there. Yes, thank you, Taste and Sensibility. Appreciate that. See, but the funk isn't coming off as peaty, though. That's the issue. Whereas, let's see, this one. I don't know if I'm getting peat there either. This is really tough. It was a crowd-funded effort. Oh, not all Scotch. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. A did not taste like Scotch. Remember when I said A does not taste like a Scotch to me? A, I think, is the grain. A is the grain. I think B is the peated and C is the unpeated. Sticking to it. Yeah, A from the beginning did not smell like a Scotch. If that's a Scotch, I'll be surprised. Yeah, I think the A is the grain. I think the A is the grain. Eric Beer, check out my video, Scotches for Bourbon Drinkers. You'll get all the info you need to get into Scotch for that. Hold on, don't give me the things yet. I don't know if that's peated or unpeated. No. C is the peat. C is the peat. B is the unpeated. It just has a funky fucking blend to it. This has like a funk note. So I'm saying A is grain, C is peated, and B is unpeated. All right, did I get that right? I think A is grain, I think C is peated, and I think B is unpeated, but it just has like a funk to it. All right, how'd I do with that one? Yeah, the Glenfiddich 14 years, a great one. Compass Box Spice Tree, great Scotch for a bourbon drinker. God, I'm trying to think of my list. Balvenie 12, great starter Scotch as well. All right, One Lost Cause says A is a grain blend. That's what I said. B, unpeated. B unpeated. Oh, man, it went away. Where'd it go? And C is peated. All right, I got it. Yes, nailed it. Nice. All right, got that one. All right, so I got one wrong in the other one. All right, what's the next thing? Name the distillery. Name the distillery? Fucking crazy. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, Bunnahabhain 12. If there was a Scotch for any bourbon drinker to start with, Bunnahabhain 12. That's my favorite. Just saying. Name the distillery. You guys crazy? Oh, my God. All right. C. C is freaking delicious. A is a grain. So what the hell would that be? A sherried grain Scotch? Or a grain whiskey? I don't know. All right. I don't know if I'm right here. These are my guesses. I'm gonna say A is what was I thinking A was? Shit. I'm saying A is something from Compass Box. Just because I know A is grain and I know they experiment doing some grain whiskeys. I'm going to say A is Compass Box. I'm going to say B is some kind of, I'm going to say it's a Springbank because it's got that funk to it. And C, I'm going to say it's a Glendronach. I'm leaning on Donald here. Donald said there might be an old Glendronach in there. I think it might be C. Oh wait, no, C is peated. I take that back. If C is peated, yeah, but then, okay, so that might not be, all right, so that screws me up now. Yeah, Glenmorangie 14 was another one on my list. That's another good one. Yeah, B is unpeated. So maybe B, I would say, might be the Glendronach. C... C, I'm going to go Highland Park for C. And A, I'm going to go Compass Box. So A, Compass Box. B, that was the unpeated. So what was I said Glendronach. And C, I'm going to say that is a Highland Park. That's my guesses. What do we got? Recent malt from C is no longer peated. Recent malt from C is no longer peated. All right, well, I'm just guessing. A was total shit. Those are some great guesses. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm not sure. That's what I'm going to go for. B is not from Scotland or U.S. One Lost Cause. So so it's got to be either Indian or Japanese. One Lost Cause says B is not from Scotland or U.S. What? So that's got to be an Indian whiskey. Is that Tamdu? Is that like an old Tamdu? Is that the batch strength? So maybe it's Tamdu, I would say. I have some experience with Tamdu, or maybe a really good Paul John that I haven't had. Okay, so A is what? A is MGP. B is Kavalan. Okay, that makes sense. And C is Glendronach. Okay. Wow, Glendronach was the peated one, so they had the peated sherry. Dude, that's crazy. Wow, really interesting. Yeah, Tamdu is Scotch. Yeah, now I know that, dude. But wow, that's crazy. So A is an MGP, a sherried MGP. Wow, that's a lot of sherry. It's good though. I like that a lot. B. Oh, that's delicious. That's the Kavalan. Oh, One Lost Cause. A is Bellmead Sherry Select Cask, NOLA Bourbon Fest. Okay. B is Kavalan Selection Sherry Cask. 10 years, 7 months old. C is Glendronach 1992 Single Cask 4th Edition. World Select. Holy shit. Dude, all three of these drams are fucking epic. Oh my god. Yeah, the A did not smell like a Scotch to me. Didn't smell like one either. I just can't believe how sherried that Bellmead is. It is so unbelievable. I've never had a Bellmead that was that sherry finished. That's insane. That's great. Wow. One Lost Cause, Brent. Thank you so much. That was incredible. Incredible, incredible, incredible. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed torturing me over that one. That was insane. I should have known that Kavalan. I think Dustin had me taste that one at some point. That shit was incredible. Oh my god. Woo. That's right, Tamdu. I'm sorry. I said Tamdu was an Indian. Tamdu's not Indian. It's a Scotch. All right. All right, guys. So this is what we're gonna do. All the super chats that came through, Trev or whoever was keeping track, email me the final list, and we're gonna see who gets the Old Forester single barrel pick from Ohio, and we'll find out hopefully sooner. Probably along the line here in the next couple days. Takes a little bit of while for YouTube to figure out how much was donated, but we'll see how much was donated for wheels. So that's because as MGP, it's not Scotch. Yeah, I mean, insane stuff. I've never tasted I've had Bellmead Sherry finish before. And that thing was so intense in sherry flavor. I've never had anything like that. That was really amazing. So, thank you so much, Brent. One Lost Cause. And obviously, DH Silv had a hand in that, I think, too. Thank you so much. Good luck, everybody. Trev Wilson, I already have them in a random generator. Okay, he said pick a random number 1 to 67. All right, Trev Wilson is ready for me. I love it. 67 super chats. All that money going to wheels. You guys are amazing. Here we go. Wait, let me turn on the volume here. Pick a number between 1 and 67. Here it comes, guys. Can you see it? Oh, you can't see it, can you? Damn it. Oh, you can kind of see it there. What does it say? It says 20. Number 20. Trev Wilson. Trev Wilson, who is number 20 on the list? Oh, DHL. Which one was my favorite? I think the Cavalon. The Cavalon was insanely good. That was unreal. Yeah, I'm feeling great for wheels too. It's gonna be great. Yeah, the Cavalon was ridiculously good. I think that was my favorite. The Glendronach though was really close. The Belle Meade was good, but something about that Glendronach and something about that Cavalon. That Cavalon was, I think, my favorite easily. Yeah, this is great for wheels. Number 20 is the number. Trev Wilson. Who do we got, baby? How do you whiskey? How do you whiskey in the house? Dan. Dan Risto wins the Old Forester pick. Congratulations to Dan. Cheers. That's amazing. Thank you so much. So that Cavalon can be had for next to nothing. Really? Okay. I'm going to look into that. DH Silv, I know I usually ask you this, but usually you end up buying the bottle for yourself. But if you see that Cavalon, please get it for me, not for you to keep and then open and drink. I appreciate that. I would love that, man. Thank you so much. How do you whiskey? Holy crap. You got this Old Forester barrel pick from Ohio. It's really good. It's delicious. All right, so before we sign off real quick, guys, I want to say just thank you so much for all the generosity for Wheels tonight, for Brandon. Like I said, once this money comes through, I am putting it totally into his GoFundMe. Hopefully he gets his car, his new equipment, so he can get back and forth to work again. I'm going to get choked up here. The community and what you guys do for people in need, I can't say enough. It's a testament to what we do, what we talk about, what we experience as a community. Talking about whiskey, the thing I love is that it doesn't matter what our personal ideologies are. It doesn't matter, what we've been through, where we come from. The community is all based on our love for whiskey and our love for giving and helping, and I can't say enough about what you guys have done. So Wheels is a really great guy. He's helped so many channels with blind tastings, and he's given a lot of different samples along the way as well. He was supposed to be sending me a sample set to have blind, I think, as well. So I can't say enough. So thank you so much for everyone's generosity. And like I said, if you are a Patreon, look for a post there to see how much money we raised. And also in the community section of the YouTube website to find out how much money we raised for Brandon as well. So thank you so much. This was a really fun night. I do want to say real quick, next week I will be in New York. I am driving to go visit my mom and my grandma. So probably no live stream next week. But the following week will be my 2-year anniversary stream, which I plan on having a couple of special guests, having some good times, and I hope we can all get together and celebrate my 2-year anniversary. And thank you for all the support. This was an amazing night. Thank you for everything. And as I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it's the people you share it with. So cheers. And cheers to Brandon. Thank you for helping. And I'll see you guys probably in a couple weeks here on Wednesday night on the Mash and Drum for my 2-year anniversary. Cheers. Take care, everybody. I'm going to drink this real quick.